Top 5 Best presents A Man Gets Creative to Reunite a Senior and His Dog. Before we begin, do us a favor by clicking that like button and subscribe to our channel for more real-life stories every day. Every year, millions of pet owners face their worst fears when their animals go missing, and not too long ago, there wasn't much a concerned pet owner could do. Many people would put up flyers, walk around the neighborhood, or call local pounds and rescues. While some of these classic, hands-on methods are still the most effective, modern technology has now enabled owners to intensify their search in ways that were previously unthought of. Nowadays, it's estimated that an astounding 93% of lost dogs and 75% of lost cats are eventually reunited with their owners. Regardless of the method, it is encouraging to hear that so many of our dearly beloved fur babies wind up making it home safe and sound. Today, we'll hear about a kind citizen who used some creativity and went above and beyond to reunite a lost pet with her owner. 40-year-old Jason Gasparek was driving near his home in Charlotte, North Carolina, when he spotted a dog by the side of the road. The dog clearly seemed out of place, and Gasparek wasn't about to just leave him there. The chocolate Labrador, named Roxy, was frantic, and it took over an hour of hard work from Gasparek and several other Good Samaritans to finally calm her down. Once they had pacified the pup, she was loaded into Gasparek's car, and he headed home with a new goal: to reunite Roxy with her owner, at any cost. Once he had the dog home, he began taking pictures of her to post on social media pages and community website that specialized in lost pets. But rather than wait around, he took the next step and brought Roxy to a 24-hour veterinary clinic to have her checked for a microchip. But unfortunately, there was none to be found. That night, he and Roxy got some much-needed sleep. But the next morning, Gasparek knew that he couldn't wait around any longer. So, he grabbed a piece of cardboard and a magic marker. In an interview with People magazine, he explained what he did next. Saturday morning, I was sitting there with her, thinking, what else could I do? So like a total dork, I made a sign and went to stand out on the sidewalk with her. For the next 3 hours, he stood in the street with Roxy by his side, and a sign that read, "Do you know this lost dog?" Meanwhile, across town, a senior citizen named Ed was driving up and down streets with his windows down, calling for his dear puppy, Roxy. Ed had a chronic back injury that prevented him from patrolling the neighborhood on foot. But for 3 days, he drove anxiously around his neighborhood, refusing to give up the search. On Saturday morning, Ed saw a lady walking her dog and stopped to ask her if she had seen Roxy. Much to his relief, she had. But the lady hadn't seen Roxy in person. She had seen a plethora of social media posts about Gasparek and his sign. It turns out after taking the streets, Gasparek's efforts went viral, with people all over the internet sharing the sweet story and photos of Gasparek with his sign. Millions had seen it and were leaving their comments in support of him. One user said, "Not all heroes wear capes. This man is standing on the street in Ballantyne looking for this lost dog's owner." Thanks to his efforts, one woman was able to tell Roxy's owner where to find his pup. With the Good Samaritan's help, Ed, Gasparek, and Roxy were reunited in a parking lot a short time later. Gasparek described the emotional reunion, saying, quote, "As soon as Roxy saw him, her ears perked up and she ran to him, and he had all the paperwork to show that he was the owner. And of course, he had tons of pictures of her on his cell phone." Gasparek had successfully reunited Roxy with her human, but he still felt that there was more that he could do. When he learned of Ed's chronic back pain and the effect it was having on his life, Gasparek volunteered to help out Ed where he could. Among other things, he now regularly takes Roxy for extended walks that her owner would be unable to endure. In addition to a fantastic bond with Roxy and her owner, Gasparek also says that the photo of him on social media has resulted in numerous local women asking him out on dates. And while he is single, he plans to wait until some of the hype dies down before starting to date again. While far too often social media can bring with it a lot of negative news, it is inspiring to see social media playing a key role in resolving an age-old problem. Had it not been for multiple photos of Gasparek and the dedication of Roxy's owner, there is no way of knowing if the pair would have reunited at all. Thank you for watching. Tap one of the 2 videos on screen for another amazing story.